Hello, and my name's Robbie from Girl Bike Glove. In this video, we're going to be telling you all about the difference between sitting and standing on an exercise bike. Let's go. So we get asked some amazing questions by our readers and subscribers, and one that comes up all the time is the difference between sitting and standing on an exercise bike. So here's what you need to know. So the first thing to mention is the muscles used. So obviously when you're sitting, you're really only pushing through the lower body. When you're standing, it's a very different story. So not only are you firing away on those quads, hamstrings and glutes all in your legs, but you're also using your core a lot. So your abs are really having to stay tight to stabilize you, to make sure that you can stand in that position. Not only that, you're firing into your shoulders, your arms and even your chest and back. So when you're standing, you're actually using a huge amount of muscles. So it's also very important to speak about muscle activation. So not only when you're standing are you using a lot more muscles, but they're having to work harder. So a lot of people question why your heart rate goes up when you're standing compared to sitting. That's purely because your body is having to work harder and push more blood around the body to give your muscles more oxygen. So you can see with this handy little chart, all the muscles that have to work harder when it comes to standing instead of sitting. And you can see it's pretty much everything. So do you burn more calories standing compared to sitting on an exercise bike? Well, think about it simply. When you're standing, you're using more muscles and your heart rate is typically much higher. Because of this, you are going to be burning more calories. So if you're doing a session which involves lots of standing, you might find yourself burning way more calories than if you would just be sitting down. So the bottom line is standing on an exercise bike is fantastic. Use loads of muscles, you burn loads of calories, brilliant. But let's be realistic. You can't spend the whole session just standing up. It would be awful on your hips, your back, your knees. It would be such an unpleasant experience. For the best spinning experience, it's important to mix sitting and standing together. Make it dynamic. If you could spend 80% of the session sitting and 20% standing, that would be a fantastic way to utilize that hour perfectly.